Hi, I'm Katie Ziskind. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm a sex therapy certified informed professional. You can book your free phone consultation to learn more about how I can help you with erectile dysfunction and build sexual confidence at wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com. In this video, we're talking all about sex, intimacy, and specifically erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction, first and foremost, is not something that happens with age. It's really common to think that as men age, entering their 40s, 50s, and 60s, that erectile dysfunction is just something that happens. Or it's really common to not be able to stay hard or not be able to keep an erection. And this is not true. Erectile dysfunction is not related to age. Any man of any age can experience erectile dysfunction, and it's not something that's normal. So this is a disorder that's a result of both emotional, physical, and psychological aspects. So if you have erectile dysfunction, you're trying to have sex, penetrative sex, and you can't stay hard. Your penis becomes flaccid, you're not able to stay firm, and there's also an emotional impact. So you feel maybe upset, you feel frustrated with yourself, you develop performance anxiety. The more that you can perform and are unable to stay hard, the more anxiety increases in your next sexual experience. And this also may lead your partner to experience self-consciousness. Your partner might think that they're not attractive enough, or they worry that you're cheating on them, and that's why you're having erectile issues. Or your partner may try to fix it for you, and this creates a lot more anxiety. So this is both an individual issue for men and a relationship issue. So when you have erectile dysfunction, you're not alone. This is something that I work with a lot of men on and help to shift from anxiety into mindfulness, present moment thinking, body awareness, and just overall sexual confidence. So one aspect to erectile dysfunction is that the emotional piece to it. So your mind is kind of going. Your mind says, well, last time I wasn't able to stay hard, so now I'm afraid of not being hard this time, so might as well avoid sexual experiences. So maybe you just prefer to cuddle. Maybe you just try to push away or withdraw when your partner comes on to you and initiates sex because you're afraid of not being able to stay hard again. So you kind of start avoiding sexual experiences altogether. And this can really hurt your relationship. Sex and sexual activities can be a source of bonding and connection and playfulness, but when you're having anxiety, you're kind of afraid of not being able to please them, or you're afraid of disappointing your partner because you can't stay hard. So you just start to avoid these experiences and withdraw. So that's one component to it. Another emotional piece is that you may be going through things in life. So you might really hate your job. You might hate your boss. You might have a horrible work environment. As well, you may have just moved to a new city or a new place. You may have bought a bigger house and now your mortgage is much more expensive, or you have to replace your hot water tank and that's a huge expense, or put a new roof on your house, and all of these stressors really add up. You may have a loved one who's sick with an addiction, or a loved one who's battling cancer, or a child with special needs or autism that takes a lot of emotional energy from you. So personal stressors play a big role in your ability to be present sexually. So part of what we do are anxiety management skills, meditation, deep breathing, and I teach you how to be present right in our session together. Because when you're present, you're right in this moment, the here and now, and it's a hard place to be when you're worried about bills or worried about your child, or stressed out about work. And those personal stressors are something that we do practice managing, and I can help you develop positive coping strategies because those can come into your mind. It can feel like your mind is a tangled ball of yarn, or you have a big backpack of heavy rocks that you're constantly carrying, dealing with all of the stress. And it can be very exhausting, and it can impact your sex life and lead to erectile dysfunction. So part of overcoming erectile dysfunction is learning mindfulness techniques and managing stress in healthy ways. Other things that can contribute to erectile dysfunction are alcohol use and drug use. So if you're thinking, oh, well, maybe I'll drink a little bit of wine or beer to open up and get a little more frisky, this may actually have a negative effect. So it can be hard to keep an erection when you have alcohol in your bloodstream. It can actually delay your ability to become sexually aroused, and also make you less mentally present. So don't try to overcome erectile dysfunction or ejaculatory issues by drinking alcohol. That's actually a common myth, so that can actually contribute more to these issues. Health, nutrition, taking good care of yourself can help with erectile issues, because if you're living off of sugar, caffeine, soda, you're having lots of desserts and sweets throughout the day, this can affect your ability to sexually perform. You might feel lethargic, tired. You might be hungry because you're not getting enough fiber or protein or fruits and vegetables. All of these, fruits and vegetables, they have minerals and zinc and all of these components that play a role in sexual function. So if you're living off of processed foods, junk foods, if the foods you're eating have a shelf life and, could be on the shelf for a year and a half and, not go bad, that's probably a junk food. So you want to have less processed foods, more real foods, fresh fruits and veggies, real proteins, things that have less ingredients. And take really good care of yourself, because that plays a role in your ability to be in tune with your body, circulation as well. Erectile dysfunction has multi kind of dimensions. And another piece of erectile dysfunction is that we don't have many safe places to talk about sex. So you can't go to your coworkers and say, hey guys, I'm having erectile issues. That would just be kind of embarrassing or scary, and they wouldn't have the expertise or professional training to even help you. You can't go to your family and friends about this. So having a place, an outlet, a safe place like my office or working with myself, you can have an outlet to be able to say, hey, I'm struggling with this sexual issue. I'm feeling guilty. I'm feeling embarrassed. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling nervous. All of these emotions that are normal. And we can process them and come up with playful techniques for you to develop more body awareness, for you to feel more excited in the moment. Because in order to have a positive sexual experience, we need to be able to be kind of a little bit relaxed and also excited at the same time. So anxiety is the opposite of that. When your nervous system is in an anxious mode, you have performance anxiety, you're worried, hey, am I going to be able to stay hard? Should I avoid sex today? That's performance anxiety. Or if you have to tell your partner, I can't perform, that, there can be a lot that comes up around that. So, that's the opposite. That shifts your nervous system into a fight, flight, or freeze state, which is a very stressed out state. It can even push adrenaline into your bloodstream being in that state. So it's a state of worry and anxiety. And so from counseling, we can talk about what can help you develop more calmness and relaxation, which is that other side of your nervous system. That relaxation response is important in order to become sexually aroused and sexually excited. It makes sense biologically. If we're cave people and we had a giant woolly mammoth chasing us, there is no way our body would say, let's have sex right now. Our body would say, we need blood to our legs. We need to run away from this woolly mammoth. We need to be able to have our eyes, our pupils dilate so we can take in as much light as possible and be perceptive of danger. So when you're in an anxious state, your body thinks that it's running from a woolly mammoth, that there's danger present. And so your anxiety continues to skyrocket even during a sexual experience. In counseling, you can learn skills and techniques and I can teach them to you, to shift into relaxation mode. So relaxation is when you're taking deep, slow, long, calm breaths, and that actually triggers your brain to feel a sense of safety. And safety correlates to relaxation, to calmness, and sexual excitement, to playfulness, to ease. We're not in danger. There's nothing bad that's going to happen in the future. We're here. We're enjoying the sensations of the present moment. And you can think, even right now, when you're making out with your partner, you're French kissing, feel in your mind, connect your mind and body and feel their lips on your lips. Feel the texture of their lips. Feel the sweetness of their saliva. Feel the texture of their tongue. Feel the warmth, that heat building in your lips and even maybe in your groin or throughout your spine or in the back of your head. These excitement, these euphoric, pleasurable feelings are all things that you can tune into to develop more mindfulness in the moment. So when your partner is gently caressing your back or your arms, or even gently rubbing your scalp, feel into that sensation, and that can help to lower some of the anxiety you might be experiencing. I can also give you different types of homework, both to do individually during masturbation and self-pleasure, as well as during partner experiences, to give you more bodily awareness, and to also help your partner relieve some of the pressure that they may subconsciously be putting on you. Sometimes a partner might say, I want you to orgasm at the exact same time as me. And that can put a ton of pressure on you, especially if you're already struggling with erectile dysfunction. Or your partner says, I want you to ejaculate right now. And then having that to do that right then increases anxiety. So your partner may be trying to do fun things, but they're unfortunately contributing a little bit to the anxiety that you're experiencing. Also, if you're experiencing erectile dysfunction, our society puts so much pressure on the penis being this incredible, kind of force of nature to give pleasure, and only the penis can give pleasure, and we have to focus on the penis. So in counseling, we take the focus off the penis because you have a lot of areas of your body that can offer pleasure to your partner. You do not need a hard, erect penis to support your partner in experiencing orgasms and even multiple orgasms. You can use your mouth, your lips, your fingertips. You can use sex toys. You can even use your voice and say things and walk your partner through a role play, an imaginary scene that turns them on. You can use so many other things besides your penis. So if your partner says, hey, I want to have sex, you might feel anxiety right away saying, oh, I have to have a hard penis. What if my penis doesn't stay hard? So what we talk about are shifting to alternatives, receiving your partner's energy versus rejecting them, and saying, hey, I would love to engage in a sexual experience with you. My penis is not up to the game right now, or it would help if we didn't start with my penis. And I'd like to caress you. I'd love to massage you, give you a vulva massage, give you a nipple orgasm, use these sex toys, use a vibrator, use all different aspects to work and support your partner in being an erotic sexual being, but doing so without having to use just your penis. And that can take a lot of the pressure off your penis having to stay hard or firm as well. So you can start to have a drawer or a bag full of a variety of different sex toys. You can play around with all the different erogenous zones on your partner's body with your hands, your lips, your mouth, your tongue. And you can start to really give them pleasure and receive them in a sexual way, but you can do so without having all this pressure on having a hard penis. So I hope this video has been helpful. If you're struggling with erectile dysfunction, I would love to support you in building sexual confidence, developing anxiety coping strategies, and having a safe place, an outlet for you to talk about sex. So often we grow up with sex feeling like a dirty subject or a taboo subject. And so a big focus of what we do is make sex comfortable to talk about and help you get familiar with, the female anatomy and the male anatomy, and really develop a healthy sense of your own sexuality and give you a voice to feel confident saying yes or no in different sexual experiences. So if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction, you're not alone. I would love to help you through sex and intimacy supportive counseling and help you just have an outlet, a safe place to talk about all these things and relieve some pressure, develop confidence, and overall just a healthier relationship with your partner from talking about these topics. So just know that what you're going through, you're not alone, and I would love to support you. In order to start with me, you can book a free phone consultation on my website, wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com. You can also call or text me. I have a U.S. phone number. It's 860-451-9364. Again, that's 860-451-9364. 451-9364. I'm Katie Ziskind. I specialize in sex and intimacy issues, both individually and with couples. I work a lot with trauma, loss, and grief, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist.